I don't know how much battery I've got, but...
You should have full battery. Yes, you have. How much battery have I got? I should be full.
Oh, yeah, you are. Full, yep. Tank bag closed?
Just check the top box is closed. I'll do that. You do your box, I'll do my box.
Yep. Mine's closed.
The actress said to the bishop. Right, hello and welcome. We are at Harst. Harst, visit spelt H-A-A-S-T. Harst. Right, we're off. Cruise control is set.
So we've just met up with the guys. We've been on a big South Island trip, or is it North Island trip?
Yeah, the Wanaka Motorcycle Club has just passed us at Mach 10. They've been out for 10 days. They briefly stopped and said hello. Most of them look half cut still. Oh look, mode. They're definitely in get home, I need a shower and a detox mode. Yeah. What's happening there? They're digging that up for something.
Where have they gone?
I don't know, I'm just saying, I'm looking at that there. They're digging it all up. The guys have carried on.
Oh my goodness.
What was he doing?
He was tearing up and he had a bottle of water or something.
Anyway, we met a really nice couple as we stopped back there called... you're better at names than me.
Chris and Stella.
Chris and Stella, that's right. So if you're watching this, Chris and Stella, hello.
Yeah, it was great to meet you guys.
It was great to meet you. And we had I got to sit on Chris's concourse, which is it's a cool bike.
Yeah, really cool bike.
We did seriously consider one, didn't we, at one point?
Yeah.
It's 1.4, you know, it's a beast of a bike. Massive.
I think we were looking at the concourse because it's quite reasonably priced for a big touring.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we decided on the Versus. And then we went to this bike because this was kind of like the upgraded version of the Versus.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why we ended up with this bike, I think.
Look at the moo cow all by himself on the little hump of grass, eating the grasses. I love this area here. It is spectacular, isn't it? It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Beautiful mountains in the distance.
Yes, I think getting back to the GS again, we've decided that no, it's a no-go because I think if we were in Europe, then yeah, maybe. But this bike is perfect for these roads where we live.
Yeah.
And
as you'll see, actually, in these roads coming up, you need a super flickable, lightweight bike for these roads, or you're going to be in trouble. You can go on a GS through these roads, I think, no problem, but not at the pace that we go. Don't you reckon?
Yeah. It's just... Yeah,
I don't know. Sorry, you carry on.
I just think for these roads, it's kind of like perfect bike, really.
Yeah.
Yes, it is high.
So is the GS.
But the GS is also high, and the GS is a lot heavier.
Well, explain why. The main reason is if you get into trouble with this bike, it's so capable of these little twisty, little flicky roads that you feel really safe. Like, it's saved our asses a couple of times, hasn't it, this bike?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure the GS has quite the...
capability.
Not so much the capability, but it's not quite as highly tuned for road usage as this is. This is a road weapon. The GS is a overall weapon. Like, it does everything super well, but this does road, I think, much better.
Yeah.
And I think everybody would agree with that. I mean, the GS is the best-selling bike, like, you know, in the world.
Well, yeah,
But
like, it is a good all-rounder. It's amazing. But,
yeah,
you know, having said that, we have not test-ridden one.
hold on, babe. Right, okay, carry on.
We haven't test-ridden one, so I
We
guess
haven't test ridden one, no.
until we do that, we don't really know. But that's probably our next step. But you know,
No, we won't change this bike. If anything, I think I would buy another XR. That my next bike is going to be this same bike.
well, not necessarily, because there's two people involved in that decision.
Well, if we were to get the same bike with a seat that is an inch lower, you'd be happy as Larry.
Yeah, it is quite high. It's quite hard to get on this bike, on and off, and especially, you know, I'm not no spring chicken.
Yeah, well, we're not buying a Harley.
No, I don't want a Harley.
You'd have to put tassels on your leathers.
It would look really out of place here.
Yeah. Well, Harleys are pretty popular here.
Oh, well, actually they are.
They are. Yeah,
To be honest, they are.
the American culture is quite a big part of New Zealand,
It
even
is
though
actually.
it's kind of
We take a lot of our influence from America.
well, we do, yeah. I mean, it's very British, but it's also, you know, the Kiwis love V8 muscle cars and all that sort of stuff, don't they? Ooh, crikey. See, I'm not sure I'd be comfortable doing that on a GS. So
No.
my toe was touching the ground then.
I wouldn't let you.
Anyway, we don't want to badmouth the GS because they are super bikes and
Right.
lots of people own them. But this is brilliant, this bike. This is the new rental look. These little blue ones. I was saying it the other day, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Man, we've done really good, we have. We've done some good kilometres
We
over the
have,
last 2
actually.
days. And
Yeah.
you've hardly moaned at all.
I know, I've been really good.
Yeah. You even know that yourself.
Yeah, so we're about to go to Macca's for a coffee and something to eat with the guys, and I'm sure they will regale us with their stories of their boys' trip. Although I have to probably block my ears for some of it.
I don't know, they weren't very happy to see us, to be honest. It's an absolute no women allowed. It's
Boys only.
boys only.
I think that's why they're not talking to Tom.
They're not talking to me at the moment. Oh dear.
But most of them are kind of, if not retired, semi-retired.
I do have a really bad habit of upsetting people.
I wonder why.
I don't know why. People just need to chill out. I do correct their English rather a lot.
Yeah, well, why do you think people get pissed off? You're a bloody Tom in New Zealand, just shut your mouth. You've got to stop doing that. We're all sick of it.
Hey. If my nation makes you a country, the least you can do is speak my language correctly.
Keep talking like that, we'll kick you out.
Actually, there's no way I'd want to go back to England.
Yeah, so shut up.
Oh, look where we are. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, it's warming up for sure.
Yeah, Central Otago about 23. Yeah, it's hot. Right, hold on, Tub Wiener.
I just enjoyed the last of the the ride because when we get home I'll be doing washing and bloody mopping and vacuuming.
No, you won't. It's all done. There's only a little bit to do. I'll do the vacuuming.
Oh, great. I hate vacuuming.
I love vacuuming.
I hate it.
Really?
Well, especially with that vacuum cleaner, it's bloody it's like a fire.
A vacuum cleaner sounds like a nuclear engine spinning up.
God.
It is so loud.
And Tom might
It
get
goes.
me buy a new one.
It's like a A380. What is that big
A
jet?
bomber.
No, the big jet. It's like a B-52 starting its engines like.
It's like, that's what my vacuum cleaner sounds
If you
like.
accidentally just brush over your toe, you know, it sucks a toe out. It's like as it sucks a toe off your foot.
But I just hate it with a vengeance.
Yeah, you do need earplugs for it.
You do. You need to wear bloody ear muffs.
Yeah.
And there's something horribly wrong with it, but Tom won't let me buy a new one.
Well, it was like $700.
No, I
Um,
think
They're
there's
not
something
cheap.
wrong with it.
To
I
be
just
fair,
think
it has lasted nearly 6 years,
true that.
and we beat the crap out of it.
Time to upgrade.
Yeah, maybe. It'll go for a couple of more.
But Tom's like, no, we need a bigger TV.
Yeah, we're not. Stop
And
going
I'm
on
like,
about all the
I
things.
can't even have a new vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, I reckon it's got 2 more years.
No. Well, you'll
I've had to
vacuuming.
duct tape the lid top together.
You'll be vacuuming for the next 2 years then. No, I'm not.
That's fine, I don't mind it. I find it therapeutic.
How can it be with that going on? I have to say autumn is one of my favourite months.
I think spring and autumn is everybody's
autumn.
favourite, yeah. Time of change. Summer's great and winter's great, but spring and autumn are special. Don't you reckon?
I do love summer lying on the beach.
I'm not a huge fan of summer.
And there's one thing I really miss about the North Island is the beaches. I grew up on a beach in East.
Don't worry, I know this road very well.
I know, but doesn't mean you just do.
I think if it could stay like this all year, I'd be happy as Larry. This is perfect. 24 degrees, no wind. Just cool enough or just warm enough to casually wear a pair of leathers and a t-shirt and feel just right.
Yeah. Like I've got my liner in, but I could probably do without
I've
it.
got my liner in as well, and it's just perfect.
These jackets are amazing.
Okay. Kim told me last night, after 11 years of marriage and being 15 years of being together, that I have a lisp. I categorically disagree. I do not have any type of lisp. However, if I have a lisp, I need to know about it.
It's just that words that you say, you have a little bit of a...
No. No, I don't. It's absolutely rubbish.
I'll tell you when you do it. It's because of your proper bottom teeth.
No, that's not true. Babe, you said that last night. I'll tell you when you do it, I'll tell you when you do it. And you still all day have not said you did it, so...
No, it's because I forgot about it because I'm so used to it.
Oh, that's rubbish. You've got a list of your little hamster
It
cheeks.
was so funny because we were sitting having our beer suits in the sun last night.
I nearly spat out my beer last night when she said, "You've got a lisp." I have not got a lisp.
It was so funny. Oh my gosh, just laughing and laughing. Oh dear.
I mean, I would be even cuter if I did have a lisp, but I don't.
Well, ignorance is bliss.
Oh, that's funny. Nobody's ever told me I've had a lisp.
Okay, if you're doing it in front of people, I'll just hand up my hand with an L.
Hold up your hand. If
No,
I'm
in an L, like in an L sign.
No, because I think you're calling me a loser. Blooming bitch. I'll be talking to my mates and you'll be going like this, loser.
Just watch this guy, babe. I think
Yeah.
he's pushing himself.
Okay,
Just
don't
go
you
behind him.
stop worrying about the riding the bike thing. You just hold on.
I know what you're like. You get carried away.
Now, don't get carried away. Right, I'm going to overtake him. Are you ready?
Oh, careful.
Ready? No drama.
Yeah, I still think we should go to Thailand to get our teeth fixed and have a holiday at the same time.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my teeth anyway. But all of a sudden I need to go and get my teeth fixed in Thailand to correct my lisp. Where the hell's all this coming from? You just want a free holiday in Thailand. You're trying to make me feel paranoid so that I go, oh, okay, babe, let's go to Thailand. See what I have to put up with, folks. Manipulative woman. There's just van trucks full of girls travelling around New Zealand. If you're a young single man, you need to come to New Zealand. There's blooming thousands of girls here. In fact, New Zealand is one of the few countries in the world where there are not enough men.
Yeah,
If you don't believe me, Google it. And they reckon a woman in her 30s has the same chance of meeting a man as a woman in her 80s. So you should be very thankful, babe, that you've snagged such a
fine English
fine
gentleman.
specimen. Ooh. It's all right. Ooh, I love that corner.
I'd be quite keen to do that walk one day.
We can come any time. It's just down the road, isn't it? Right, now the road stays so wet just because it's in the shade.
Oh, that's right. There's a traffic light.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice and cool, actually. Getting a bit hot. Yeah, it looks like that space has fallen away quite a bit, so the edge of the road is way too close.
Oh, I see. So the bit below the road has fallen away.
This side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been obviously a massive slip.
Amazing how there's just constantly slips on these roads. It's because the mountains are basically new, aren't they?
Yeah.
New.
All soft, kind of rock at the top and shingle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome, eh?
Oh, I think I'm going to take my next
Ah, so this used to be, you used to be able to park along here,
Yeah.
but
so
some
long.
it's either fallen away or somebody's gone over the edge because they've blanked it off.
Gosh, that air feels really warm now.
It doesn't feel really warm, it feels just right. Not too hot, not too cold. In fact, for me it's a little bit too warm. I like about 18, 19 degrees. I like to feel a little bit of cold.
Yeah.
You like to feel a little bit of warm, don't you?
Just a bit fun.
Tub wieners come from a tropical place. They're used to basking outdoors by the lagoon. That they're
right.
very rare, very, very rare. They only can be found at certain times of the year, basking by the lagoon in the mud.
In the mud? No.
That's what they do, they kind of wallow.
No, that's you. That's the whale. That guy so wrapped you with wet towels and said you about to see.
The funniest comment anybody has ever made on our channel.
Oh my
Was
god.
that
Oh my god, we
Neil
laughed for
Status,
days.
I think his name is. It was when I was lying on the beach and he said, "You better be careful, them Kiwis will start wrapping you in towels and pushing
And
you
wet
back out to
towels."
sea."
Which is what they do to the whales.
Honestly, mate, if you see this, we've been laughing about
Oh
that
my
for the
God.
last 3 weeks.
It was so brilliant.
Brilliant.
So funny. Yes, so thanks
Trying
for
to
that.
imply I'm a whale.
So funny.
You can imagine just me lying on the beach and fast asleep, and then wake up and they're surrounded by kiwis splashing water on me. You bastard.
Oh my god, it's so brilliant.
I'm thirsty. Well, we don't have to have a coffee, we can have a beer.
Oh, it's beer, isn't it?
I think I'd prefer a beer.
A pie and a beer.
No, I don't know about a pie. Well, we can either go pie and beer or
Cake
coffee and cake. I'm kind of in a pie and beer mood. How about you?
Oh, fantail full. Nice.
Could you do pie and beer?
I could probably do a pie and beer or a sandwich and beer.
Ooh, no. The only problem is the place that we're going to at Macca's does not do nice pies.
Ah,
And it doesn't do... You see, you can't go wrong with a bit of a sugary treat because it is what it is. It's
what
just
is it? What's the coffee like?
The coffee's superb.
Is it?
Yeah, they do really good coffee. But then again, a nice cold beer would go down just as nice.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll see what they've got to eat. I don't want a yucky pie. If I'm going to have a pie, it's got to be really
No,
good.
they've only got like dollar pies.
Yuck.
For those of you that are watching, that are from England, when we talk about pies, here, they're not like the type of pie that you know. And we
Hard.
actually didn't realise that until the last time we came back to England and we had a pie. We saw this guy on the side of the road. It was a farmyard. On the way back from...
Oh, that sports bite shop.
On the way back from the sports bike shop, yeah, we stopped and...
It's actually really quite... I think it's quite famous.
It's a famous pie place.
Pork
Jamie
pie
Oliver had been there and everything.
Yeah.
And we had a pie and we were like,
What is that?
what the hell is this?
But Tom Hicks, well, you kind of knew. You sort of had a bit
Well,
of
no, I had no idea it was going to be like that type of pie.
Oh, and it was like made from lard pastry, and it was about a foot tall. And it
No.
was like,
It was like British people would know a
pork pie.
pork pie. It's like a pork pie, but it didn't just have pork in it. It had the same thing with chicken. Anyway, the pies that we have here are nothing like that.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all like that. They're
They are
actually
good.
more like a Cornish pasty.
They're really, the pastry, this is a good pie, is like flaky pastry.
Well, we have a phyllo-y type flaky pastry
A
pie
flaky
here.
pastry with it'll be mint or in a
Yeah.
gravy or steak.
So the New
Okay.
Zealand pie is the staple diet of New Zealand. Like it is, everybody eats
Everybody
pies.
eats pies.
Everybody. Every builder, every plumber, every sparky, every roofer, every tradie, and
pies.
every working man has a pie every day.
Yeah, Friday pie day.
Friday's pie day. That's when you gorge
Friday pie
yourself.
day.
Yeah.
But they are really good, and it's all about where do you get a good pie.
Yeah. So it is a huge part of New Zealand culture, is the pie, which is interesting because I'm guessing that comes from the English/Cornish pasty.
That would change it.
But because it's a different environment here, and probably a lot to do with maybe a different flour, it's completely different.
Yeah, they're good.
They are good. To be honest, I'm sorry, England, but the New Zealand pies destroy English pies.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
there's no comparison.
You can get gourmet ones like you can get sort of like smoked fish pies. You can get chicken and vegetable pies. You can get venison pies. All sorts of pies. Anything really in a pie.
Yeah.
And they are good. They're like the best hangover cure.
Well, it's Thirsty Thursdays is kind of everybody here gets drunk on a Thursday night because technically speaking the weekend starts on a Friday, right? The difference is in England the weekend starts on Friday evening, but in New Zealand the weekend starts on Friday morning. So you still go to work, or some people do, and that's when you have Pie Day Friday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because everybody goes pub night Thursday night.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's Thirsty Thursdays, and then Pie Day Friday.
Right. That's generally it.
That's kind of New Zealand tradition. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, so it's not unheard of for a lot of people not to turn up to work on Friday.
Yeah. It's Wind Up Your Wife Wednesday, and then it is Thirsty Thursday, and then Pie Day Friday. I don't know what Saturday and Sunday is.
Well, that's when everybody's at home with their kids.
That's of course it's kids, yeah.
And they're out in the boat.
Yeah. So there you go. We'll have to show everybody a New Zealand pie because a lot of people watching won't get it.
Jimmy's pies are pretty good.
They're all right. The best pie I've ever had was in Ellerslie.
Ellerslie?
Yeah.
In Auckland?
Yeah. There's a gourmet pie shop on the main street.
Oh, Ponsonby pies are good.
Ponsonby pies are good. That one in Ellerslie, that's really, really good. There's actually also on, what's the road beginning with R? Just past the showgrounds, behind the showgrounds.
Oh, in Auckland?
In Auckland.
R.
Yeah. You turn off the motorway. You know where they have the second-hand car show?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
You drive past it on the motorway. There's the second-hand car show. I think that's It's at Ellerslie. Ellerslie Racecourse. Behind Ellerslie Racecourse, you get onto the road that begins with R. It's the main drag out towards the east coast. Oh crikey, lived there for years. I cannot remember it. Anyway, there's a gourmet pastry shop down there. That's probably one of the best in New Zealand.
There's many places that do good pies because it's like an art, like perfecting the pie.
Yeah. Well, it's a New Zealand tradition. Do you want to check my lens?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
There's a wee buggy to the side of it, but it's not on it.
Okay. This person going too fast, mate. You need to watch out for these bridges.
Yep, perfect.
Good timing because it is beautiful here.
these valleys with the river running through it.
You can see how the Maoris lived here for hundreds of years. Just,
Easily.
you know, without having to build houses or anything like that, because the climate is just amazing.
Yeah, just walking around their grass skirts in
Yeah,
summer.
yeah.
And in winter, I suppose they just...
Well, they would have had to prepare for winter, but it wouldn't have been a... You know, you could... If you've got access to wood and fire, you could quite easily, you know, live out the winter in a cave for a couple of months. And to be honest, the winter really isn't that cold during the day. It's just the night time where it's cold.
But they used to eat a lot of mutton birds, which has got high in fat, and I'm sure they used to make, you know, crude lamps with the mutton fat and things like that. They had their big feather cloaks.
Well, they had the big feather cloaks, didn't they, from the mowers?
Yeah.
Amazing, just amazing. And then the English came along and stuffed it all up.
You English.
I'm really looking forward to my cup of coffee now. We probably should say goodbye,
Yeah.
because we'll get a coffee and then we are just waffling, which is what we do best, to be honest.
I just talk about nothing.
We are the masters at shooting the breeze. Now we'll say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us for this weekend of travelling up to Franz Josef and back. I hope you enjoyed it. We didn't really have any deep subjects to talk about, did we?
Not really. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. Usually we have something interesting to say.
We'll try and make sure we have some good...
What's this guy doing? Look, trying to overtake on a yellow line.
Anyway, I'm sure we'll have some nice material to discuss on our next trip.
Yeah. Watch this guy, look.
He is... What's the big bloody rush, mate?
People are stupid, aren't they? You're not allowed to overtake there, mate, for a reason, and that is you can die. See, if he just hung back... I've got another one behind me. How about you f*** off?
Is he right up your ass?
Yeah. That's better. People need to learn to keep their distance.
Yeah, they do. The only reason you need to get up close behind somebody is if you are going to overtake them, but it's got to be a safe spot.
Yeah. The reason he's having to do what he's doing is because he's so close to the backside of that car that he can't see around it. Ooh. Hey, did you see me being tough there, babe?
What's that?
Did you see me being tough?
You would be real tough, babe. You show them.
He'd probably get out and chop my head off with a samurai sword.
Oh, was he little Japanese fella?
I think so. I think I just scared the living daylights out of him, to be honest. He's hung right back.
Well, they need to learn.
They do need to learn. You've got a safe distance.
Oh, I can't wait to get my helmet off. I'm going to take my liner out as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you just undo your zip at the front there, you let a bit of air in, it's fine.
I completely missed that whole sentence.
I said just unzip your front. You let your boobies flap around in the wind a little bit, you'll soon cool down. Honda Jazz, babe.
Yeah, good old Henry Honda Jazz.
Yeah, you want to jump off? Got fancy wheels on that Honda Jazz thing. Yeah, probably shouldn't.
Make a punt where we're going to be out here, or?
It'll be. How are you?
Good. The tyre's getting a bit worn, eh?
That's brand new.